And that's what I'm saying, that the pressure Johnnie and his people, the pressure they can give you, don't get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbanillah Nima Wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. And surely God's goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. It's Tuesday. It's sad indeed that the teachers are on strike, and as I keep saying, the people who are paid to advise the president on some of these matters must be quick in their advice to the president. It is not nice. For a government that says that education is the fulcrum of its governance, made a lot of shall I say, noise and a lot of advocacy and crusade for free SHS and all those conversations. It is sad that we are at this point. And yesterday I was just thinking, along with a friend, I was asking him, how many of those early childhood development centers do we have which is nationally owned? If you have your child going through nursing, kindergarten, or all those ones, preschool, how many of those ones do we have nationally owned? I just had to bring that to our attention this morning because it hurts that as a country, public schools have become the, what do you call it, the exception, and private schools have become the rule. It hurts. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. How we made it look like that and how suddenly people's choices of school is the private school and not the public school is a problem. And it's a policy matter that the Education Ministry, Ghana Education Service, and all the stakeholders within the space must start thinking about very well. But that's not what I came to talk about. This morning I came to talk about the IMF and Ghana. IMF bailout will anchor hold. I think that would have been a very interesting topic for Dr. Bawumia to have addressed the nation like he used to do at the Central University. IMF bailout, will your anchor hold? Nice topic that Dr. Bawumia would have, easily delivered. And I've seen a deliberate attempt by those same people who demonize the IMF, who badmouth the IMF, going around doing propaganda and PR gimmick, face-saving propaganda and PR gimmick, trying to let us know that they are able to whitewash the IMF. Same set of people. Yesterday, I played some of the videos. Today, I'll play a few of the videos for you. When you have crisis, you don't do PR. We don't do propaganda. When you have crisis, you admit that you have a problem. And that is how you solve the problem. And apologize for the problem that you have created. This is self-induced. Because this whole Russia, Ukraine, COVID-19 excuse has been overused. It's been abused, literally. COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine, it's been abused. All countries in the world were affected by these two global situations. All countries. Some countries have been able to bounce back. Why are we not able to bounce back? And we are going to the IMF. Because we're told that our economy was robust indeed. So if the economy that is robust is not able to bounce back from the IMF with this so-called homegrown policies, there is a problem. It means that there's a soft belly situation somewhere that we are not being told about. And what are these? How do you curb your debts? The structure of your economy has been exposed. The structure of the Ghanaian economy has been exposed largely. And it has been exposed because we keep throwing in everything. It's so liberal. You're borrowing too much. Your economy is so liberal. And the regimes that you're managing, where is your fiscal buffer? Where are your fiscal buffers? Where are they? And just to be fair to Dr. Bawumia, because now everybody seems to be heaping onto him. It was him that said that we have a solid economic management team. Then he played that video for me. And I'm sending the receipts this morning because it puts me off to hear that government they're put together a whole team. Danny, before we go to that video, Show me the government team that is going around media houses now, trying the same set of people who said we will not go to IMF. IMF, anybody says we should go to IMF, is not thinking right. Anybody says we should go to IMF, it does not know what he's talking about. Anybody that says we go to IMF does not know his left from his right. They are the same set of people government has put together to be the ones going around media houses. That is government's list. Kojo Oppong Nkrumah is there. Honorable Abu Jinapor is there. Joseph Kujo is there. Alan Tremanti is there. Damboche Michael is there. Eslawuswe Kufu is there. Yao Duchum is there. Bafwe Wa is there. Honorable Matthew Poku Prempe is there. Honorable Yao Duchum is there again. See, same set of people. Look at the media houses. Same set of people. They have arranged. They're going to City, TV3, UTV, GTV, Asempa, Peace FM, Omad FM, Adum FM, OK FM, UTV, Hello, Happy FM, Angel, Metro TV, Good Morning Ghana, GH1 TV, Net2, Boiling Point, NIT FM, Sky Power, Radio Justice, Ahonto, Pure FM, Kesben, Achimansa Radio, Odam, Ago FM, Sky FM, Sunyani Connect FM. Same set of people who told us that we would never go to the IMF. Same set of people have been put together. And yesterday, Honorable Kennedy Japan said it. I mean, said it a long time ago, but yesterday, I had to play it to you. That the same set of people who led us down the ditch cannot be the same set of people going round to take us out of the ditch. Because if they knew how to keep us out of the ditch, we wouldn't be there. Then he played the video of the solid economic management team. Let's ask where the economic management team is.
When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiremanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact, can anyone remember the NDC economic management team? I'm sure they themselves cannot remember who their economic management team was.
The government is engaging in a 3-day campaign, as I told you. PR, they're going around 3 days. Instead of doing proper crisis communication. Now, where is the economic management team? The so-called solid team, where are they? Dr. Baumia, you heard the names. Where are they? Now, I heard what do you call it, the aide of the vice president talking about the fact that we should not put all the blame on. I mean, to be fair, he was not working alone. The vice president was not working alone. He mentioned the people he was working with. So now we need to invite those people to also explain to us what role they played in getting us to this point. Because as I mentioned earlier, other countries have faced a similar thing. They didn't break. They bounced back. Why did we break? And why are we not finding it easy to bounce back? Because the reason we are going to IMF, whether now, and a lame excuse I hear is, oh, NDC IMF is different from MPP IMF. IMF is IMF. Oh. Your intention of going to the IMF is that at some point, you know they fit. So you say, make it can't support you. That is what it means, that you are not able to do it. And the simple reason we're going to IMF, as I showed you in the letter yesterday, is that we have a balance of payment problem. Balance of payment problem, which has resulted as a matter of sometimes overspending. We're borrowing too much. We have a liberal, what do you call it, a liberal economy. And also, we have not established properly our fiscal buffers. It's nearly structural. Then he played for me Honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, who's the leader of the PAC, a League of Ministers, going around doing PR now. Play his video for me. He was on Ecosystem. Play the video for me. Let me ask him 2 questions this morning. I want to just 2 questions.
They take a decision to go to IMF. Administration now already money card don't pay now. Or the money koja IMF no. So what should we credit him with? Already money card don't pay now if you're there echo IMF no. But that is what Moody's. But why do you have to in the first place? Who bury na money card don't pay now? If you are okay, but me na money card don't pay we me do call IMF. Into clap for me for taking you to the IMF. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Why would you take us to that point in the first place?
The government blames everybody but themselves. When the government, this government, when they have an issue, they blame everybody but themselves. When the government took us to PDS, they came to tell us that they who took us there, they came to tell us that they had identified fraud, and so we should applaud them because they pulled the plug. Who got us into that situation? When the government took us on that Ejapa ride, and they were told to be cautious, they again went, and after the thing was, Matanamidu wrote his corruption risk assessment was railroaded, they came back and told us that, oh, they are the ones who have cancelled the thing, so we should applaud them. Now, government has led us to IMF. And we have been in this country, this is our 17th time. We have been in this country, and we have seen how people have led us into things and have apologized for leading us there. Government is now telling us that, oh, well, it is a situation that has affected everybody. I'm asking this morning, if it has affected everybody, why is it that we are running to the IMF, the so-called robust economy? Why are we running to the IMF? And why are we not apologizing to the people? Because when you listen to the tone of government, he said, oh, that's a fair argument to make, that's a fair point to make, that's a good question to ask. So you know that that's a good question to ask. And yet you are not saying that, oh, we got it wrong here or there, because you are warned. So the government blames everybody. Look at the excuses we made when we were going to impose e-levy on the people. The excuse was that the electronic space had not been taxed enough. Whoever wrote that brief for the president doesn't know his left from his right. Why don't the telcos pay corporate tax? When the telcos collect their commissions, don't they take some and give to government? So who said that space was not already being taxed? But the president said that. Then we were told that, oh, people naturally don't like paying taxes, as if we're not already paying taxes within that space. Because we're paying communication service tax and all of that. If you go and buy your data with you pay. So government finds reason to blame everybody else but themselves. In this particular situation, now that we are being called to the table to have a conversation, which I say is the thing we should have done a long time ago, better late than never. IMF will come tomorrow. But first, we must admit that we got it wrong. Alechon, minim, ahumasokrasi, jacracy. We must stop it at some point, because it will not just affect MPP members. It will not just affect NDC members. It will affect everybody. Play the Deputy Minister for Trade's video for me, Danny.
To the IMF for bailout or what? But we're going to IMF for bailout. Do you know the meaning? The meaning is that people don't know. Immediately you say you want to go to IMF, it means that you are going to tell the IMF that, IMF, please, me, Ghana, I can't manage my economy, so come and help me manage it. That's the meaning. Immediately you say you are going for a bailout. Immediately you take that decision. Then you are going to tell them. And you know what the people they will bring? They won't bring their expert too. The Deputy Finance Minister was telling me that I said all the IMF meetings they have had, high-level meetings, small boys, who come and take the decisions. That's small boys. You come in there, hey, Ghana, do this.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to.
So is it the small boys at IMF who come to us? I'm asking the Deputy Minister, my friend Otrebefi. He said this not so long ago. So now that those we are sending to media houses to go and whitewash IMF, to those same people who demonize them, if IMF comes, would they be comfortable sitting at the table and looking them in their faces? He said that when you announce that you're going to IMF, they are going to bring the small boys. So tomorrow, is it IMF small boys that will come? When President Akufo-Addo made the call, was he calling the small boys at IMF to come to us? I said that homaswokrasi must stop. The jcracy must stop. The enumjacracy, it must stop. Those things must stop. Then he played the next video for me. And today, I will play the same people that I played the video. The next video, there's a video there. A video by, find it. I sent you about 4 or 5 videos. Play them What you have not played, play the video.
Because I am son of a problem and want to be a woman. I know the IMF because no new said here is in the movie. But alone, dear, in fact, free education, plenty for food and job, one district, one factory, about 4 NAPCO, about 4 women in our accession and that would be better. It's not to him. I have no I have never worked on a year. I play some months, I will see a few more. Nanagua, obey ye free, obey who quiet to soar, obey ye free. Empty, more piano, I am say I really about it here. I listen for pro, or pro, make time out to me. My force will one over the drama,
That is the chairman of the NPP stronghold, the Ashanti region. That's where the NPP gets its largest chunk of votes since 1996. That's the heart of the NPP. That's the chairman of the NPP stronghold. And you cannot downplay his words. Chairman Wontumi, very influential gentleman. Did you hear what he said? So we are still back, even when we are down there. It's typical to the Bukum Choko thing. Manye, Kentishi Obana. When I get up, you see. Meanwhile, you're on the floor and they are punching your face. Say, oh, when I get up, you will see. We must eat a humble pie. We must go back to the people who were telling us that, look, you're borrowing too much. Your economy's structure is not... And you see, the Bank of Ghana is responsible for monetary policy. The vice president is responsible for fiscal policy. The ultimate management and general management of the economy is on the president, who has an economic management team which we were told was solid enough. So if the economy is crumbling, beyond the Russia and Ukraine excuse which has been overflogged, we need to call them one by one and start asking them questions. How did it happen? How did it happen? And how is it that even after declaring that we're going to IMF, which means that we're going for support, we still have elements, influential elements within the government, still telling us that, oh, Ebefa, any strategy. Ebefa is not a strategy. Then he showed me the picture of President Akufo-Addo before, after he had won the election. He told us we had the men. And he quoted Bible. Our finance minister delights himself wearing well-starched white dresses and quotes the Bible at every least opportunity. His job is not to be preaching to the nation. His job is to be fixing the economy. But this is President Akufo-Addo. Rise and build tall. Okay? That is 4th of September 2015. When he was looking for power, he said, we in the MPP have the men and the women that will give Ghanaians a decent standard of living. Today, teachers are asking for cola. They are home. They say they don't have a decent standard of living because we are going to work honestly to solve the problems of our people. Is that so? When we win the elections of 2016, we are going to form a first-class government in this country. We are coming to do a job for Ghana. So let's all make it clear that we are going to rise up and build the new Ghana. Remember the passage in the Bible, Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 17 to 18. This was the pledge the president made to us. This was for 2016 to 2020. What was the scorecard? Now, between 2021 and up to now, 2022, after the first half of the year, what has been the scorecard? Now, I like to deal with the facts and figures. This is what you said. This was what was made available to you. This is what you have done. What is your result? Because when the school term ends, the children will take their terminal report to their parents. So what is the scorecard? Where is the scorecard? We're going back to IMF. We need to eat an humble pie. And the truth is that we don't produce what we eat. Neither do we eat what we grow. So you find that our inflation is always imported largely. Where is our pledge of moving from taxation to production? One district, one factory, one village, one dam, and planting for food and jobs. That connection that we promised that we're going to, where is it? And when you talk, they say, oh, we have factories that are up and running. But what has been the impact of those factories in the lives of the people? You still import every grain and cube of sugar into this country, while you have a sugar factory sitting there. We made a promise that by April, it will start running. We are in July. We must change our appetite, first of all. And here I'm providing solutions. We must change our appetite, and we must use the mobilized revenue well. Stop the wastage. Because we must not duplicate the roads, because that will be tantamount to wastage. I'm saying again that the Russian-Ukraine war and COVID excuse has been overflogged. And we have abused it. A bad economy is equal to bad governance. So if a supposed robust economy is unable to deal with external shocks as a component of managing its economy, then you know that the people managing it are terrible. And if you are terrible, you seek help. You don't do a homaswokracy. You don't do jackracy. You don't do a hantancracy. You do a hobrasiacracy. At this level, we have all seen our smoothness level. Play the E-Levy dance for me and let's go.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit's Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm